In this lesson, we're going to cover how to create a shelled feature or create a thin-walled part. The file that I have open is called shell.ipt and it's located in your Chapter 4 exercise folder. From the Part Features panel, I'm going to go down and click on the Shell tool. And in the Shell dialog box, we have a couple different options in the manner that I want to go back and shell this. Basically, do I want to remove material to the inside, to the outside, or do I want to go evenly in both directions? I'm going to take the default, and it says remove faces and the thickness. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and click on OK. Just want to show you what happens. When you go back and do that, it will appear that nothing happened to the part, but that's not true. If I go back and I change this to a wireframe, if I spin the model around, you'll see that Inventor shelled out the part. It's just entirely enclosed, so if we would put some liquid in there, if you will, it will stay there forever and never leak out. I'm going to change that back to a shaded display, and you'll notice I have the shell feature in the browser. I'm going to right click, edit feature, and where it says remove faces, I'm going to remove the top face. Let's go ahead and click OK. And you can see that we have a thin-walled part. I'm going to go ahead and delete that shell, and let's create it again. But in this case, I'm going to do it right away just to show that we can do it. I'm going to select a few different faces to open up. Now there's no limit to the number of faces that can be removed. Let's go ahead and click OK. As you can see, kind of resembles a sheet metal part, but this is not meant to be a replacement for sheet metal. So by accident, if you happen to have removed too many faces, go back and edit the feature and select on the Remove Face button and hold down the Control or the Shift key. In this case, I'm also going to spin the model around and remove that from the selection set, and go ahead and click OK. And that looks much better than what I was looking for before. So now what I want to do is I'd like to have the material thickness at the bottom be 2 millimeters, and then I want to have this front face extend back 5 millimeters. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to edit that shell, and then I'm going to expand the dialog box, and this is where the unique face thickness is going to be. So I'm going to click on the Click to Add, and I'm going to spin the model around, selecting the bottom face, and I'm going to change that to 2, and I'm going to click to Add again, select the front vertical face, and I'm going to change that to a value of 5. Go ahead and click OK. And you can see I now have 1 millimeter thickness going all the way around the part, 5 millimeters on the front, and 2 millimeters on the bottom. Now if you change your mind, I didn't want to have a different shell thickness for the bottom, I can edit that, and to remove a unique face override, thickness override, simply select on it, then click Delete on the keyboard, and go ahead and click OK. And you'll notice that everything now is back to that 1 millimeter. So if I want to change the entire thickness back to 2, I'm just going to double click on Shell 2, change the thickness to 2, a little bit stronger part. The next part that I want to do is you can shell a shell. So I'm going to go back and select the Shell tool again, and for my face to open up is going to be this front face, and I'm going to keep that 1 millimeter thickness to see that I have a shell to a shell. So there's really no limit to what you can do with the Shell tool.